r/AskReddit. What about 6? Did you not know until it happened? I never knew how much I genuinely enjoyed eating pussy until I had sex with a second girl. My first girlfriend was so self-conscious about her body she hardly let me, and when she did it was short. How much better it feels than a sock. A sock? Dude, my dick just got rug burn from the thought. Exactly how messy it gets. It gets slimy and sweaty and sticky and smelly. There's a lot of cleanup afterward people don't tell you about. Legs or arms cramping if you're in an uncomfortable position. But she says just like that don't stop. So you use all your strength to hold steady. That I would come that fast. How much of a full body workout it can be. It's my back workout on the weeks that I do have sex. I didn't know what a foreskin was because the drawings in sex ed weren't helpful. I was 17 when I had first encountered one. I also wasn't aware that they are extremely stretchy. I was so put off by them for the longest time. OMG. First time I saw one I was so taken aback. Then I was like a scientist trying to figure what to do with it. Kinda killed the mood. Overthinking it. You don't really have to do anything with it. It's a foreskin, not a porcelain teacup. How often the penis slips out, and then you have to find the hole again. Taking a big dick up the ass is not as easy as porn makes it seems. Turns out you have multiple sphincters in there, and the innermost one will let you out if it feels a massive thing slamming against it. Also how every dick feels different, especially if they're curved and have other stuff going on. The smell, and I mean that in a good way. That can be a double-edged sword. I think this isn't every girl, but every girl I've been with in the past 10 years wants to be abused or have some type of pain inflicted during sex. And I'm totally fine doing that for them. I'm just a little concerned at this point, lol. They've all wanted to be dominated, thrown around, spanked and choked. Real woman here. I also enjoy this to an extent. Tied up, blindfolded, spanked, choked, gagged. I think it may have in the last few years. Perhaps it was because sex was getting too routine. I also don't enjoy being dominated outside of the bedroom, so maybe I enjoy the juxtaposition. I think you're onto something here. The rest of my life is so ordered and controlled that it's nice to have someone else take control. It allows me to lose myself in the experience, and it feels like I don't have to think. Someone else is doing that for me. I just get to relax and enjoy. Missing the hole is fucking painful. In cornhole too, especially after watching my opponent sink 3 in a row and they've drank twice the beer I have. Sometimes she cries, in a good way. Sometimes you're wet enough, but he doesn't poke in far enough down or up so he gets the tip in, but can't go farther. So he's there pushing and pushing, and you have to say you gotta go lower higher, and there's the chance he'll soften trying to fix it, or you'll lose some wetness just from all the friction trying to get going. Sex is often just awkward, even with a long-term partner. Big dicks are often detrimental. Both parties need to be cooperative and enthusiastic for sex to be a good experience. The first 2 girls I had sex with just laid on their backs with their legs spread, no movement, no moaning, no dirty talking. It basically felt like jacking off without porn, and in an uncomfortable position. When I finally had sex with a woman who was into it, it was almost like I lost my virginity again. Sex is exercise. I mean of course it is, but I never really thought about how tiring and hot all that action can be beforehand. Top tip, always have some water nearby. Didn't think about the taste of cum until I swallowed a load. It's an acquired taste, but I acquired it. Vulvas get super wet. Edit, spelling. Vulvas. Doing it doggy style builds up air pressure in the vagina, making you queef when changing positions. That your first time, women, is not some super magical, feel-good swirl of butterflies and intense pleasure. It does not start off hurting and start to feel good. It hurt so bad my first time that I made him stop. Didn't try sex again until my sophomore year in college, and I basically had to try all over again. Dude, some chicks have no problem the first time, everyone is different. Condoms suck. Right. Like the first time I had sex without a condom, my mind was blown. Don't get me wrong. If you're not in a serious relationship, then protection should always be used, but also, condoms. Anyone who says they like condoms is lying. They are a very necessary evil. The post-sexy times drip after he finishes inside. Cue the hand over the crotch, waddle to the nearest bathroom. The penguin walk is the one thing I would love to see in a movie. Literally no one in the real world fucks and then just lays in their own cum. If you're not leaving the bed after sex, you're just gross. But if males aren't urinating after sex, you're gonna get a UT. As a guy, it's possible to concentrate so hard on not orgasming too soon that you become incapable of orgasming at all. I've had times where I've needed to take a little break, essentially reset, and try again. Or just call it a night. I'd seen lots of porn before I had sex the first time, so I knew there was this little organ called the clitoris, but I didn't really understand that it would feel erect. Speaking of a clit, I did not know that most women simply don't have an orgasm from vaginal stimulation alone. Most women need clitoral stimulation to orgasm. I didn't discover that until the third woman in my sex life. She knew what she wanted and was willing to politely instruct. Vaginas vary in depth just like penises vary in length. I'm of average length, and I hit bottom on my wife fairly frequently if I'm not careful, especially in the missionary position. Contrary to what pornography might tell you, it is apparently intensely uncomfortable. Edits, grammar. That breasts feel like bags of sand. Edit, please no more upvotes. Thanks for watching. If you liked my video, go ahead and check out my other content, and also don't forget to like and subscribe for new videos. If you loved the video, leave a comment.